have Michelle Sidor, Anaya Peoples, and head coach Doug Bruno. Anaya Peoples had the 7th double-double of her career. Michelle Sidor matched her career high.
Hey.
And the Blue Demons out-rebounded Western Michigan 45-23. If you can wait for the microphone to get to you so that our video at home can catch the questions. We'll start with a statement from Coach Bruno, and then the questions for Michelle and Anaya.
Opening day is always a big deal. It's an opening. It's a big deal in baseball. It's a big deal in basketball, and you don't really know what you have until you can get on the floor and really play. So it was. It was just good to get out there and get us moving. And we did some good things. We did some not so good things, and it was just a really good, strong test for us. The Western Michigan program gave us a good, strong test today, and we're just still figuring us out. Are we a team that's going to play more with two bigs, or are we going to play with the 4 guards? I still don't know, but I thought that was just a good first game test. So we have a game, a big game on Thursday, but let's just stay focused right now about tonight. Thanks. Questions for the players?
Yeah. Jim?
Michelle, you had 7 or 16 points during the third quarter. What got you going there in the third quarter? And also, how kind of a second part to the question is, how difficult is it not to force the game? As great a scorer as you've been in your prep career and also at Michigan?
Yeah. So honestly, like in the third quarter, it was just my teammates getting me open. Kind of just going off, not really forcing. I try to stay poised and just make the correct passes and not really force and just like kind of let the game come to myself. It's not honestly about my individual stats of scoring. It's obviously winning as a team and just doing the right things, whether that's offensively, defensively, scoring, assisting, whatever it is.
Hey, Anaya, are you able to talk about your attitude towards not just tonight, but rebounding in general?
Yeah. Coach Bruno really stresses rebounding, and that's one of his favorite things. And I know I can do that for this team. I know I take pride in it. And if it's something I'm capable of doing, I need to make sure I'm doing it to my best ability every night. So if that's getting 15, 16 rebounds, then I need to do it for this team. So it's my attitude.
What kind of rebounder were you when you got here?
Not a very good one. I didn't take pride in it.
No, it's not like we taught her anything. It's not like we taught her anything. She just didn't emphasize it. It wasn't a point of emphasis in her game. So it wasn't like we made her a good rebounder. It was just a point of emphasis.
What specifically changed to get you to that point? If it wasn't anything that maybe the coaching staff said to you, but what got you to that point then?
It's something that I'm good at, I feel like. It's something that if I put my mind to it and I know this team needs me to rebound, then I'm going to do it for the win. That's really what it comes down to, my teammates and coaches, and something that I'm capable of doing, so I need to do it.
Good.
Anything else for Mayor Michelle?
I have one more question. Michelle, it seemed to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it seemed like the team was embraced maybe the fast break more in the second half. Are you able to speak to that at all, or if I'm incorrect in my perception?
Yeah, I mean, like the Paul ball, obviously we're looking to push, so we saw more opportunities, I guess, in the second half there, and we were looking up. Yeah.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Good job, team. See you. Day off tomorrow. See you Wednesday. Jimmy, to your question about rebounding, I mean, this is such a simple game, and when you are a free shooting team, the result of a shot is very simple. It's either going in or it's not. And if you make the shot, it's great. But if you don't make the shot, we try to just teach our players that the Hall of Fame is filled with people that miss half their shots. I mean, if you're playing a good game, you're going to miss half your shots. So, what's the result of that miss? And for a long stretch today, in the timeouts, long stretch meaning in the first quarter, into the second quarter, our assistants tell our players every time out where we are in the rebounding battle, and we were chasing. I mean, I was just, in the third quarter, all of a sudden we're up 16 boards, but we were chasing boards into the second quarter. So So it is a point of emphasis, and back to the simple games, why people recruit big guys, because they can go get the ball. It's just a major part of the game. You want to get good open looks, you want to knock your shots down, but if you don't knock your shots down, there's a rebound. And it's an interesting place of analytics. I really am amused by the NBA. Well, I'm not amused. NBA, the best players on the planet are in the NBA, and therefore they are so good in transition that their coaches in the NBA can't risk sending people to the offensive glass, thus they'll be run down their gut, in transition. So the NBA guys don't attempt to rebound as much, and yet, the Billy Donovan, and just watching the NBA, some of the coaches in the NBA do send their guys to the offensive glass. It's another analytical statistic. Analytically, you're not going to get a high percentage of second shots on the offensive board, but also analytically, a first shot in the game of basketball is a 30% shot, a second shot's a 60% shot, and a third shot's an 80% shot. So it is to your advantage if you can get people that can go get the offensive glass. So, if you just look around the history of basketball, the teams with big guys, there's a reason they have them. They want to go get the second shots. And I just don't think offensive rebounding should just be for big people. Everybody's got to go get a rebound. So I'm glad that Anaya's embraced it.
Coach, I was just curious what you said to the team at halftime to kind of jumpstart them and get them going.
No, I don't think that sometimes appears that it's what we said, and I don't know that we said anything, but just try to address the facts that we put up on the board as game plans, and we switched out. We were handling our ball screens. We went to switching ball screens, which made it a little bit simpler for everybody. And we were messed up in some ball screens earlier, but that's primarily, and just staying focused, staying in the win every possession. There was nothing dramatic that was talked about. It's a new group, and we're just trying to figure the group out, and they're figuring themselves out on the fly. So it's just a interesting group to figure out here, and it won't be overnight. There's a lot of new people and a lot of new faces here.
Coach, are you able to talk about the play on the floor at the same time of Jory Allen and Brent Masakevich in the first half?
Yeah, I made the reference here. I don't know if we know yet. Is this a better basketball team consistently with two bigs on the floor? Are we a better basketball team with one big and four guards? That is still an emerging. That's something we're still learning about ourselves. And so, we do have the ability. We have three players that can play inside. Now, Charlize O'Hara here has got some talent too. I thought you saw that with that last move at the end of the end of the game. So we do have three post players. We've been hurting in the post position for a few years. It's just nice to have the three of them in a rotation and be able to. We're still discovering. Are we going to play with two bigs? And we'll see. We're trying to figure it all out, Jim.
Were you surprised at all how well they played together there in the first half?
No, we expect ourselves to. We expect what we do here to play together. It's just an expectation. These sound like cliches, but they're really truths about the game. Shoot it or share it. If you're open, shoot it. If you're not open, share it. And once you get that mindset that sharing is the essence of the game, and everybody, once one or two share, then everybody wants to share. Once one or two starts looking for their own, then everybody starts looking for their own. So it's just it's a good group of women. I'm coaching a good group of people, and now it's just a matter of putting the basketball together with their goodness as people.